Hello, welcome to our next lab. So we are going to do the lab flame test. So the first thing I want you to do is go onto Google Classroom. If you haven't opened up your lab paper, said lab flame test, I want you to go ahead and open it up. It does have the procedures here at the top, but we're going to fill in our boxes down here. I'll tell you how to do it, and then there will be some questions here. So what is our lab going to do? Well, remember we talked about atoms, and atoms have electrons, and electrons will actually get excited if they absorb some type of energy. And so we're going to use actually fire today. We are going to use the fire as a source of energy. So you're going to see how the electrons absorb that energy, and then they go into that excited state, and when they come back down into that ground state, that's when they release that light. And they release a certain color. And depending on what the element is, that changes what color it is. And they use this in labs all over the world. They use it in crime labs. They use it in research labs to determine what elements might be in a sample. And it depends on what color they change the flame. So I'm going to show you 6 different elements today, and their lab and their color that they make the flame, and then I'm going to show you 3 mystery ones, and you are going to have to try to determine from their color what are those elements. So open up your lab paper and get ready. Okay, so I know we haven't covered lab paper, or we have. So I want to make sure that I have all my safety equipment before I get started. I have my beaker of water to put anything that's burning in. I have my lab glasses, my gloves, my lab coat. My hair is tied back, and I have everything cleaned up just to where I need it. So I want to make sure that I'm safe first. The other thing that I'm going to do before I start is I'm going to start my Bunsen burner. So how do we do that? The first thing we do is we light our lighter or match before we turn on the gas. We do not want to turn on the gas and release gas out in the classroom and then try to light a match. Not a good idea, okay? And you'll notice I may have a little trouble doing this, and if my flame goes out before I light my Bunsen burner, I'll turn off my gas before I try again. So let's go ahead and get our Bunsen burner started. I'm going to go ahead and start my flame. I'm going to turn on my gas, and there we go. So we have our Bunsen burner on. We're going to take our lighter and we're going to place it away from anything, okay? So we have 6 different chemicals we're going to try, and you're going to write down what it turns the flame. So the first one we're going to try is in this box under color flame. We're going to do the 6, and then you're going to use that information to determine your mystery. So first one I'm going to do is sodium. So this is sodium. Probably going to do a couple at a time here. So this is, look at that yellow. Isn't that beautiful? It's a nice yellow. So sodium, when it excites its electrons here, goes up, and the energy it puts off makes a yellow. So on the EM spectrum, of course, we can see the wavelength and how much energy they absorb. So sodium is yellow. All right, so let's do our next one. We're going to move on to potassium here. Now, if anyone knows me, this one is my favorite. Okay, so this is potassium. Potassium turns it purple. It's my favorite color. Potassium turns flames purple. So this is the frequency energy from those electrons going up into the excited state and back down, making a purple. Kind of set them on fire. Okay. That's why we have water, so you can see purple. Of course, I'm doing it a bunch of times. It's my favorite one. Okay, the next one we're going to do is lithium. Okay.
That one's very pretty.
So here's our lithium one. This one turns things pink. Hot pink flame makes lithium. So lithium puts off a hot pink flame. The next one we're going to have is calcium. So I'm going to do a few for calcium here to get that flame going. Calcium gives us a nice kind of orange flame. In a minute you'll see. There it is, orange. So as it starts burning, there it goes. So it gives us a nice orange flame. Not that nice bright yellow, but this nice orange kind of color. Okay. Look at that. All right. The next one that they use is strontium. So we're going to do strontium here. And strontium is red. Very, very red. So you can see it's bright red flame. Look at that. Red flame. And my peanut gallery of my daughter over there is making all kinds of comments as she watches these. This is the last one. This one is copper. Copper actually turns flames green. So copper is green. Okay, these all turn colors because of oxidation, actually. Ooh. But one of the things you can, if you know copper pipes, they do turn a little bit green. Yes, when they are out in the world too long. Okay? Like Lady Liberty. Yes, like Lady Liberty. So those are your 6 different ones. All right, so now we're going to move to our unknowns. So our unknown A, you're going to use the 6 I just showed you to determine what these unknowns are. So this is unknown A. So unknown A gives a green flame. Unknown A gives us a green flame. So you can think about which one that one might be. Okay, and then unknown B gives us a purple flame. So you see that nice purple. Gives us a purple flame. So which one is that one? That's unknown B. Unknown B. And our last one here, unknown C, gives us that hot pink. So nice pink flame. Okay. So this is what happens to our electrons. So as electrons get excited with the heat, they start giving off different colors. So now you should have your entire, at least your color flames done. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to turn off our gas here, get our flames down. Okay. And then we're going to continue. Okay. All right. So now you should have, take off my gloves now I've burned everything. So you should have everything filled out in the top here. So you should have the flame color for all of them, and then you can list the flame color for A, B, and C. Then you're going to look up the wavelength, high or low, and you can pull that from your light and atoms Poggle. Okay, so your light and atoms Poggle, you're going to get your wavelengths from based on your color. Then you're going to tell me if it's a high or low frequency. It might be a medium. And then energy, high or low. And then on the back, there's some conclusion questions for you guys to answer when you're all done, okay? At the bottom, it asks you, what were the unknown metals? 3 of them. Use complete sentences and claim evidence reasoning. So what does that mean? You're going to write the word claim and tell me unknown A is, whatever you think it is. Give me the reasoning, put reasoning, why you say that, or no, evidence, sorry. Give me the evidence, like what color the flame was, and then the reasoning, okay? Why does that evidence prove what you think it is? And so you should have 3 sentences for each of the unknowns, so a total of 9 sentences at the bottom, okay? All right, well, that is our lab flame test. Thank you very much, and see you next time.